we have Pittsburgh, right? The Pittsburgh Panthers had a tough year last year, so their over and win total is 5.5, right? Vegas thinks they're going to be just under a bowl game. They're bringing a new OC, right? Cade Bell, Pat Narduzzi trying to change things up. How differently does the offense look? Are they pushing the ball down the field, right? Cade Bell did a ton with Western Carolina the past couple of seasons in the FCS, putting up over 500 yards a game, 320 passing yards, right? Almost 40 points a game. They're going to throw the ball, right? So who's going to be the quarterback? How does the snaps break down? Do you trust Nate Yarnell? Do you trust Christian Velo? Right, two guys that you've seen a lot, I guess,
Eli
at least that
Holstein.
staff is. But you're bringing in Eli Holstein, right? He's a guy, and I don't know if I trust him. He's still pretty young, but Cade Bell was like, hey, we want him in the offseason. So that's where you're standing in
To play
this
tight
Pittsburgh.
end. He didn't deserve
Come
that.
on.
Sorry. I'm
Come
sorry,
on.
guys. He
Hey,
did not
he was
deserve
once
that.
he was once a pretty darn good recruit, and obviously didn't work out at Bama pretty quickly, but doesn't mean that all is lost for Eli Holston.
Oh, absolutely. No, you're look, and as an A&M fan, of course I was upset about losing Eli Holstein, and I was like, "Dog, gosh, dag gummit, Bama freaking just coming in. They already have a quarterback in that class. And then we end up with Marcel Reed. So I don't mull over that very much. TBH. So, but I look at Pitt. I mean, gosh, this is a team of messes last year. Messes. Their defense was not very good, particularly their secondary. They committed like the third most penalties in the entire country. Oh man, I I have a lot of questions. And like you talked about, like the quarterback is probably the most important position to get right, and that's the kind of question. But I don't think that answer. We're not going to get that answer in the spring, right? That is a question I'll ask: is who's going to be the quarterback? Not sure that it's going to be answered. My other question, uh, that's that's such a big one. Let me see if I can pull something else. You got anything else on Pitt before I can find
Yeah,
another question that I have for this
I guess
team?
I'll say what when I ask who's the quarterback, I guess the question is like, do you have a quarterback you can trust? Like at least yes, you're probably the battle probably will still go into the fall, right? Summer and fall, but do you feel good about those? At least one of them rising to the top, right? And if you don't, then you're have a real problem, because obviously Phil Jerkovich was not the answer this last year, and you cannot go 2 straight years of having abysmal quarterback play. If you're Pitt in the ACC, if you're trying to get Pat Narduzzi back to right his winning ways at Pitt, and I believe he can. I do think he's a pretty darn good coach. He's won a lot more at Pitt than I think a lot of people would. So you've got to give him credit for that. But we'll see. We'll see. I do think Cade Bell, it's fun. He's coming in, and obviously everything looks great on paper. But when rubber meets the road, right, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough out there, to really put together big time, um, a, big time quarterback play. And they don't need it, but they would like it for certainly.
Yeah, Desmond Reed, also from Western Carolina, coming over there at the running back position. Interested to see what he does as well. And then they also got a wide receiver transfer from Western Carolina as well by the name of Sincere Elite. So, like, I don't know. My question is Pat Narduzzi going to mess this up, man? You had such good momentum for those few years. You say, we should probably stop throwing the ball so much, even though you had a NFL quarterback on your team. Let's go. I'm gonna kick my offense coordinator out of there and bring in someone else. Did not work out. Yeah, I guess I am excited though. I am excited about Cade Bell. So we'll see.